Okay, we're in the greenhouse. These are the free tomatoes that I got that I had put in grow bags. They were actually starting to look a little bit better. I know they're not much, but you know, it's not too bad either. This one over here is actually putting on a little teeny tiny tomato. I mean tiny. It's about as big as a pencil eraser. Although I do believe some of these are a cherry variety of tomato. This in this grow bag right here is my sweet potato. It's been spending its time in here. It seems to be doing really well. It's getting big and viney, and it's actually quite beautiful now that it's really growing. This first row here are all super hots, or mostly super hots. Down at the end are a few regular hots, like a jalapeno and oh, I don't know what else. Oh, there's actually there's a sweet pickled pepper down there also. But these are doing pretty good. Some of the top leaves look a little weird because we have to keep spraying the heck out of them because of the earwigs. But they're finally starting to come back. I've been using compost tea, and that has helped. And of course, the bugs aren't being as brutal as they were on them. Some of them are a little bit leggy, but seem healthy, you know. Some of them are still little tiny plants that haven't done too much, but as you can see, we're going to get down to the second half of the peppers here. And we've had like, you know, 190 plus degree days, sometimes up to 105, you know, in the sun. And of course, when it's 105 outside, you know, it's like beastly in the greenhouse. So I've let this kind of get away for the past week and a half, so I got some weeding to do. A huge amount of weeding. But that's the way it goes when you garden, right? You know, you let your guard down and the weeds take over. Well, these are all still more peppers. Of course, weeds mixed in. There's that sweet pickled peppers that I told you about. Those plants right there, right next to each other. These on the ends are jalapeno. They're supposed to be giant jalapenos, but I think I got 9 of these plants or 8 of these plants, and none of them has shown themselves to be a giant anything. They're just kind of done just okay, which is odd because of my seedlings. Those were the ones that grew the hardiest and the strongest in the beginning. So once they got in the ground, I know I'm going to amend these beds again in the fall when I pull up the plants. We did it in the spring with compost and composted manure and lobster compost. And there was some compost that I had left over from last year. And apparently it was really contaminated with weed seed. So this is how I got all these weeds. I believe, but I'm not perfectly sure, the weeds that are all growing in here are called lamb's quarters, or at least a good portion of them are called lamb's quarters. And that came from the compost that I got, free compost from the landfill. So be careful when you do that, you know. You might want to let it cook for a year before you use it when you do stuff like that. I guess I've learned my lesson. It was great that it was free, but it's brought a lot of problems also.